Hello, everybody. Welcome to our robotics class. This is now week 28. So what we're actually going to do this week is I'm going to just review everything that we've done in the third quarter. And then there's not going to be any new assignment because I want you to catch up if you're missing anything. So the last day, and I'm literally looking at the calendar. So the last day of the quarter is on March 31st, which is next Wednesday. So if you are missing anything from robotics class, I need to have it by that day. If you send it on the 1st, the 2nd, I won't be able to accept it. It has to be by the 31st, okay? And so anything received by the 31st will be counted for the third quarter. So if you are missing any robotics assignments, please send them in by March 31st, okay? And I'll go over each of them with you guys. So at the beginning of third quarter, we were still in unit 3, repeating behaviors. And our first thing, oh, actually, everybody take out a notebook or take out wherever you write your homework down if you have like a homework planner, because I want you guys to write this down. If it's something that you did not do, you're going to jot it down and then you're going to do it. And you can check it off when you're done with it, okay? And so that's how you're going to know what you need to do. You got to learn, you have to learn how to keep track of things and how to stay organized and how to check things off when you're done. So that way you can actually, make progress, right? And not forget anything. So we're in Unit 3, Lesson 2. We learned about the repeat block. So you had to do the code using the repeat block, and then you were supposed to send it to me, email it to me. So it should be labeled with your name, Unit 3, Lesson 2, repeat block. So if you're missing that one, you never did it, please send it in. And then there was the Unit 3, Lesson 2 quiz. And if you don't have the link for that, if you go into GradeLink under that particular assignment and you click into the description, the link for the quiz is there. So if you're missing the link, go in GradeLink because it is in there. The next thing that we did after that was we moved on to Unit 3, Lesson 3 was the Draw a House Challenge. So you were writing the code to actually draw the house, right? And then you were sending me the code. And then we had the Unit 3 test, which again, the link to that is inside of GradeLink. It's under the description, okay, for Unit 3 test. So please make sure that you do the draw the house code, and then you do the Unit 3 test, okay? So I have it all written down. I'm going down my checklist now so I can tell you, remind you guys about everything. All right, so everybody's jotting this down if you didn't do it. Then we were into Unit 4. So we moved into Unit 4. So let me get into Unit 4 here. Hang on. I'm going to get to Unit 4. And Unit 4 was navigating a maze, right? So remember, we spent quite a lot of time in the maze this quarter. And this one was using the bumper sensor, right? So we used the bumper sensor. So inside of Lesson 1, we learned about what is a bumper sensor. And then you guys added in the code, this code right here, to show that you know how to use the bumper sensor. So that was pretty easy. And then you labeled it Unit 4, Lesson 1 bumper sensor with your name, and you emailed it to me. And then there was the quiz for Unit 4, Lesson 1. Again, the link is in GradeLink if you're missing it. And if you need to go back to the videos, the video link is in GradeLink as well. If you want, because I go through every answer to all of the tests and quizzes in the videos. So you really should be getting 100 on those, right? And then after that, we moved on to lesson number 2. So lesson number 2, using the wait until block. And we had a mini challenge that we did. And so you would label that Unit 4, lesson number 2 mini challenge. And then there was the quiz that went along with it. So if you don't remember doing this, write it down. Write down Unit 4, lesson 2 mini challenge if you don't think you did it. And then write quiz, because there was a quiz that went along with it. Then we moved on to lesson 3. using the drivetrain to navigate the wall maze, and we were solving the maze to the number 3. So remember, we were able to get the robot over to the number 3. So that was Unit 4, Lesson 3, solve the maze to number 3. You were writing the code and sending it to me. And then there was a quiz also that went along with that. So if you don't remember getting your robot over to the number 3 and doing that code, send it over to me. And then the last lesson in Unit 4 was Lesson 4, which was pretty much the wall maze challenge, where we got to the end here. So we started at the beginning down here, and we got all the way to the top where the end is. So it was Unit 4, Lesson 4, solve the maze. And then we had the Unit 4 test. So you had to take the test. So please make sure that you completed the Unit 4 test, okay? If you notice, the tests have a lot more questions than the quizzes. But again, I go through every answer in the video, so really not a reason for you to get points off and fail or anything like that. And then we moved into Unit 5, which is where we finished up last week. So let me go back to Unit 5. Hang on a minute. Let me get Unit 5. Okay. So Unit 5 was using the distance sensor, right? And so in Unit 5, Lesson 1, we learned how to use the distance sensor. So you were supposed to write that code, and it was Unit 5, Lesson 1, distance sensor, and then you send it to me. And then there was the Unit 5, Lesson 1 quiz that went along with that. So remember, we learned how to use these blocks. And then we moved on to Unit 5, Lesson 2, which I'll show you guys. And we did get to the number 1, I believe was what we did with that one. There was a mini challenge where you had to get to the number 1, remember? So it's from the start to the number 1. And we wrote the code for that. So we were getting over here to the number 1. And then we also had a quiz that went along with that. And then the last one that we did last week was we combined, remember, because we were tired of doing the maze, we did Lesson 3 and 4, and we did the wall maze challenge where we got the robot to the end, except we were using the distance sensor, right? So that would be Unit 5, Lesson 3 and 4, solve the maze. And then we did the Unit 5 test. So those are all of the things that we did during third quarter for robotics. So if you are missing any of those, you just wrote it down in your homework notebook and you're going to work on it. You're going to send me the code. You're going to send me the quiz or the test if you're missing a test. And that way you can do well in robotics, okay? There's no reason why anybody should be failing robotics class. I literally give you the answers to all the code in the video and all the quizzes and tests. So it really just comes down to prioritizing your time and taking time to complete your assignments, right? Which is part of being responsible. So I thought it would be fun, since we didn't have a new lesson this week, to take a look at, from the conference that they have every year, the CES 2021, with the most influential robots of 2021. So we're gonna watch this video. So hang on 1 minute, I'll get it ready. Okay, here we go. Let's watch this video.
Home robots, flying cars, and smart gadgets, the best of big companies and small startups from the year's biggest tech show, Consumer Electronics Show 2021. The online format didn't make the show any less interesting, so give it a like and watch the video till the end. Samsung unveiled several robots at CES 2021. Samsung Bot Care is designed as an assistant, companion, and caregiver. Bot with elements of artificial intelligence analyzes human behavior and anticipates its needs. The robot will remind you to stretch your legs if you're sitting late at the computer, warn you about the upcoming video conference, prepare materials for the presentation, and choose the best place for it, taking into account the lighting and the background. The second robot, Samsung Bot Handy, is intended to be an at-home assistant. It's equipped with a manipulator with 3 degrees of freedom, a camera, and a claw-like grip. The robot's able to recognize objects and the material of which they are made of to calculate gripping strength. It also analyzes the surroundings of an object to pick them up correctly. According to the company, Bot Handy will be able to work autonomously around the house, helping to set the table, remove dirty dishes, collect, sort by color, and load laundry into the washing machine. Not only is the robot able to move around on the floor, but it also can reach up to stack clothes on top of the shelf. The robots are not yet ready for mass production, and their price is unknown. For now, the company is only studying the possible demand the public might have. The latter, by the way, is reacting rather critically, doubting that Bot Handy is really capable of performing the advertised functions, and that Bot Care is actually useful and will justify the cost, whatever it may be. In fact, we've seen such concepts of assistants for several years now in a row, including an early version of Spot with a lever on its back and Ubitech's Walker Robot. And while Spot has recently made headlines for cleaning clothes, we won't be seeing a real useful home robot to help with household chores with its hands anytime soon. But a smart vacuum cleaner from Samsung will be available this year. JetBot 90 AI is equipped with a LiDAR for accurate three-dimensional mapping. The robot can detect objects in its path, avoiding fragile objects such as vases and confidently cleaning up the sturdier ones such as furniture. ITRI, Applied Technology Research Institute, also introduced a dual-arm system. The dual-arm robot is capable of performing a delicate task such as grasping fragile objects and playing the piano. 5 Fingers advanced sensor technology and machine learning algorithms should allow the robot to perform a wider range of tasks in the future without special programming. So far, the robot is only a prototype, but we'll continue to monitor its development. Let's dance and start, let's dance. General Motors unveiled a futuristic concept of a single-seat electric drone, the Cadillac eVTOL, at CES 2021. The vertical takeoff and landing drone is equipped with a 90 kilowatt-hour electric motor with 4 motors allowing each electric car to fly at speeds of up to 90 kilometers per hour. In the future, the company promises to introduce a 2-seat version of the drone as well. General Motors also unveiled an autonomous delivery van. Company officials say they're rethinking the future of personal transportation, and in their opinion, these two concepts reflect the most in-demand models for the next 5 years or more. IBM has partnered with research nonprofit organization ProMare to unveil unmanned seafaring technology at CES. The onboard AI captain system, developed for the Mayflower Autonomous Ship Project, is capable of controlling research vessels in the ocean. It includes computer vision, automation software, and Watson technology for decision-making during autonomous voyages. LG unveiled the disinfector robot Chloe the Bot. In previous shows, it wouldn't have stood out at CES, but today, a robot for disinfecting high-traffic areas such as hotels, schools, and offices is more relevant now than ever. The company has announced a sales launch in the very near future. Maflin Robotics showed off its open-source robot Richie at CES, which is now teleoperated. The robot has a VR headset with handheld controllers through which it can be controlled from anywhere in the world. This innovation only supported the general trend in robotics to use robots instead of humans to reduce personal contact. At CES, the British company Shadow Robots gave us info about a new stage of its work. The tactile telerobot, previously supplied mainly to research institutes, will now get a real and important application. Innovate UK has provided the company with funding to bring the robot to Pfizer vaccine manufacturing process. The sensitive and accurate tactile telerobot will work in a sterile box instead of people having to perform a number of operations with uncomfortable gloves. Roboson has unveiled yet another new product, its K1 educational robot, which should go on sale this spring for only about $300 for the most advanced version. The robot has 17 servo motors, can dance, walk, shoot, and perform other tricks. The robot's controlled by voice commands or through an app. It allows children of all ages and skills to determine and learn the basics of programming in a real, smart, and agile robot. Sony unveiled the first APEAK drone with 4 rotors and a Sony Alpha 7S III camera, a full-frame model with an interchangeable lens that can shoot 4K video. The new drone is considered the smallest drone capable of carrying an Alpha camera, and it's designed for professional video and photography. Details about the drone are not yet available, but Sony has said a release is as early as this spring, so we will wait and let you know about the official release. Moorebot, which is a manufacturer of robots and software, introduced a new creation, a Robot Spy Scout. The self-contained robot can explore its surroundings and keep an eye on children or animals while you're away. The robot's equipped with an FHD camera that has night vision, voice control, and streams directly to your smartphone in real time. The operating system is Linux Plus open source ROS. The battery charge lasts for 2 hours, and afterwards, the robot will send itself back to its base for charging. The price of the robot is currently $179. Bionic Hive introduced its fully autonomous squid warehouse robot at the show, capable of climbing shelves. The robot has 3D movement capabilities, has built-in controls, and is able to analyze data in real time to learn from problems that arise and apply those lessons learned to other areas of the warehouse. The solution adapts easily to any warehouse and has already been praised by professionals.
It's been a while since you showered.
Are you avoiding us? You can't avoid.
Panasonic unveiled a holographic display for cars of the future that has an artificial intelligence and augmented reality head-up display. The visual driver assistance system projects a laser holography onto the windshield, displaying information meaningful to the driver. Heads-up displays provide data on the traffic situation, navigation assistance, data on driving speed, current fuel levels, warns about pedestrians in the night, and also allows the driver to extend their field of vision to a distance of 10 meters or more. The system monitors the direction of the driver's gaze, as well as the movement of objects around the moving car, and dynamically adjusts to each accordingly. Yves Saint Laurent and L'Oreal presented a gadget for creating any shade of lipstick. The device is able to match the shade of clothes to hair, create a user-defined color, and replicate it from a photo. The gadget gives out one portion of the lipstick, which you can apply with a brush from the kit. The price is currently at $299. At the exhibition, there were several interesting solutions for the smart home. For example, wellness toilet from the Japanese manufacturer Toto. The device scans the human body and its waste with sensors, analyzes the data, and suggests dietary changes through a mobile app. The novelty, which even offers cooking recipes, will appear on the market in a few years. British startup Lasso Loop Recycling presented its concept of a smart home garbage sorter, Lasso, at CES. It's supposed to clean plastic and metal from food scraps and determine whether the material is recyclable or not. Lasso analyzes incoming trash with a camera and AI. If the waste cannot be recycled, it returns it to the owner. The trash is then steam cleaned, shredded, and sent to a separate storage slot. The Lasso mobile app helps determine if a product's packaging is recyclable by barcode right in the store. The tentative release currently is at 2023, and preliminary cost is about $3,500. The Nobi ceiling light with a fall sensor and artificial intelligence for active monitoring can detect dangerous situations in your home of the elderly and alert relatives or social services. The smart light also has a built-in smoke and air quality sensor and a 4G SIM card just in case the Wi-Fi fails. There was an entirely separate place at the show that was occupied just by smart masks. For example, gaming manufacturer Razer introduced the Project Hazel mask, an N95 certified respirator class mask. The mask is able to filter out about 95% of bacteria. The transparent mask with lighting for darkness allows you to see the emotions of the interlocutor as well as amplify the voice thanks to the built-in microphone and speakers. The X-Rapid Group introduced the Exhale mask, which features inhaled and exhaled air. The mask monitors a person's breathing rate and compares the readings with previous ones using a special app. Canadian software gadget developer Hubble Connected has solved another mask-related problem. Presented at CES, the Mask Phone not only protects the lower part of the face, but also contains built-in headphones. The American company BioIntelliSense showed a compact health monitoring device called BioButton. It's attached to the body with medical glue, and the gadget continuously measures body temperature, heart and respiratory rate, as well as activity, sleep levels, and analyzes changes that may indicate some early symptoms of a viral infection. Japan's Vanguard Industries Incorporated has introduced the Maflin Robotic Pet. The fur-covered device can move and make sounds as well as learn and develop through the use of its artificial intelligence technology. The robot's equipped with an accelerometer that has gyroscopes, touch sensors, and a microphone. It recognizes people by the way they interact with it, and it develops its own character over time. The charger for the device is shaped like an egg, and the price of this robot is $400.
Build custom industrial machines in days.
The educational robot Moxie from the startup Embodied, recently announced by Time magazine as one of the best inventions of 2020, also made its mark at the show. The companion robot helps children develop and learn through play. It was created with the participation of teachers and experts in child development and is characterized by its increased safety. However, the price of this robot is not exactly modest at a whole $1,700. What robots and tech from CES 2021 did you find most interesting? Let us know in the comments. Subscribe to the Pro Robot channel and don't miss any.
Okay, I hope you guys enjoyed that. Sorry for the ads. It's a little bit tricky with the YouTube videos, but it's pretty cool to see some of the new robots coming out in 2021, right? I was thinking about it's so wild, some of them, right? You could have your own little robotic pet, or there was that little one that looked like a monster truck or something, but it would walk around and watch the kids. Like, would you guys like it if you had one of those at your house and it was always watching what you were doing? I feel like it'd be kind of creepy, but I guess some people like that kind of thing. And there was just so many, right? And so we could see how the field of robotics is it's expanding like so quickly. It's just crazy how these new robots, even those masks are pretty cool. I mean, I know now hopefully we're moving out of the COVID season, but it was pretty cool to see like they had the headphones built in and like they looked really comfortable, like they weren't like, the ones that we have now. So it was pretty cool to see like just all the different new robots that are coming out. So anyways, if you're missing any of the assignments that we went over earlier, please make sure to do those. Everything's due by the 31st. If you have any questions, you know where to find me. You're welcome to come at your lunch and work on anything if you ever need to do that. But get it all done, okay, guys? All right, we'll see you next time, okay? Bye.